Hi folks, Steve the Hurricane here, and on today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, I'm going to be speaking about the private duty target customer. Who is our target customer? Cheers. This is A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. Okay, so I'm making all these videos. I love making videos. Drink with the Hurricane, it's fantastic. At every boot camp and every time I speak at a conference or a convention, when I'm talking to private duty individuals, I always ask them, who is our target customer? And nobody really knows the answer. And so that's why I'm going to dedicate an entire episode to this. And I do this at the boot camps, but it is so vital that we understand who our target customer is, because if you don't know who your target customer is, how are you going to attract or find that target customer? And it sounds obvious, like, well, duh, Steve, I'm looking for somebody elderly, but it's a lot more than that if you really want to scale your business to $3 million and beyond. That's everything I talk about. Everything that we do here is to help companies get to $3 million and beyond, or $5 million, or $10 million, and so on. But you gotta understand this important process. Who is our target customer? And so, I'm gonna draw this out for you, okay? So our target customer here are N.E.R.D.s, okay? We are looking for N.E.R.D.s. Now, first off and foremost, I want you to understand I love seniors, all right? I love all of the people out there, so I'm not really looking for a nerd. I'm a nerd, okay? I love Marvel Comics and all the action hero movies that are out there. I went to the gym dressed as Captain America yesterday, and the day before, Black Panther. So I'm a huge nerd, all right? So I'm not making fun of anybody. This is actually an acronym, and it stands for something. So the N, what do you think N stands for? Nope. This is what it stands for, okay? Need. Need. We have to find people who have a great need, because when people need our services, then they're willing to exchange money for it. Because think about it. People, why don't you have home care? Because you don't need it. Why don't everybody have home care? Because most people don't have a need. So we gotta make sure we're finding people with the need. Now, who has the greatest need? Because I don't wanna have somebody who's using our services 2 days a week for a couple of hours. That's not a target customer, okay? I want somebody who needs round-the-clock care. I want somebody who needs live-in. I want somebody who needs 84 hours a week, 168 hours, 56 hours a week. Those are the kind of clients that I want. At the very minimum, 28 hours a week, right? 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the kind of client I'm looking for. Who is this? People who suffer from 5 or more chronic conditions. CC, write that down. Chronic conditions. People who have 5 or more chronic conditions attribute for 20% of the Medicare population in the United States. And around the world, I'm sure it's the same thing. Because if you have that many chronic conditions, what's a chronic condition? Macular degeneration, minor cognitive impairment, diabetes, high blood pressure, and COPD, right? That's 5 chronic conditions. If somebody's got that much of a need, they're gonna need help, because they're gonna be constantly in and out of the hospital. As a matter of fact, it's 20% of the population. When you look up statistically, Medicare spends 3/4 of all resources taking care of this population. So 20% of the beneficiaries get 75% of all the resources because they're constantly in and out of the hospital. So I am looking for people with 5 or more chronic conditions, because they're going to need a lot of help in order to stay home and out of the hospital. So that's the first part of our target customer. The second part is the obvious one here. E, come on guys, say it, is for, that's right, elderly, right? I heard you. I really did hear you say that. I know. And some of you are probably like, I didn't say elderly. Yes, you did. All right. So elderly. Duh. We're taking care of Medicare beneficiaries. These are people who are 65 plus years old. All right. It's people who are elderly. Now, every once in a while, we get somebody who's a little bit younger. I always feel that it's tragic when somebody in their 40s or 50s needs our help, because I just feel it's too young. But I understand MS and other diseases out there. People have a great need. But our target audience are people 65 plus with 5 or more chronic conditions. Now, what do you think R stands for? I'll give you a hint. R stands for resources. We need people who have resources. Now, the reason why I'm staying with Medicare is because 60% of the senior population in the United States are on Medicare. 40% are on Medicaid or Medi-Cal, which is a Medicaid version of the state of California. That's not our target customer from a private pay standpoint. But if somebody's on Medicare, that means that they have some resources. Does not mean that it's unlimited, but it means that they have some resources that they can spend to get the care that they need, and they're elderly, so it goes another step further to help us finding our target customer. So 60% of our population has the resources to afford some level of private pay care. And then the last one, the D, is one of two things, or both: disabled or dementia. Disabled or dementia, or both. In our industry, stroke is the #1 cause of long-term disability. #1 cause of long-term disability. If someone's going to end up in a nursing home, just visit nursing homes for marketing purposes, or just go visit a nursing home. I'm a deacon. I preach at nursing homes every once in a while. When you go in a nursing home, half the people that live there permanently had a stroke, because it's the #1 cause of long-term disability. Somebody who has great need, 5 more chronic conditions, elderly with resources, and they're disabled, is a target customer who's going to need a lot of help to stay out of the nursing home. Dementia, the reason why I put that there is because dementia is a pain point for the industry, meaning from a hospital standpoint, a rehab standpoint, even many of the memory care units that exist around the country, there is nothing short of one-on-one care to handle a demented or Jerry Psych situation. They need a lot of help. And if you run across a family who has a lot of resources, they're willing to spend whatever it takes for their loved one to be able to stay out of the psych unit or stay out of the hospital because they're injuring themselves or they're getting hurt because their disability, their dementia, is beyond what the normal scope of healthcare can cover. That's why if you have person who's calling in and you're targeting and you're going to referral sources and you're looking for this, and this equals target customer. So now that you know who you're looking for, you can put all of your resources, your direct referral marketing effort towards targeting this specific small slither of the population in your territory, towards getting those people to sign up for services, and you'll have a much higher success rate because you know who you're looking for specifically. This will help you out in so many different ways. So there you have it, folks. Do this. If you want to find out how to get these patients, you want to find out how to grow your business with these type of patients, 84-hour-a-week patients, 168-hour-a-week patients. If you want more of that type of business to scale it to $3 million, $5 million and beyond, pick up the phone, give us a call, and let us help you blow away the competition.